Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing well. On this Thursday afternoon, we're going to do a Rashi from the fifth Aliyah. It's an exciting Aliyah, a difficult Aliyah, and reading about the incident of Dinah and Shechem, and trying to figure all of that out and untangle what exactly happened there, what went right, what went wrong, how this plan was hatched, and why Yaakov disagrees with it in the end. But just to recap the story, of course, they come to Shechem. That's what we read about in yesterday's Aliyah. He was Shalem, Yaakov was Shalem. He came complete in all these different ways. And Dinah goes out and she incorporates herself in some way with the other women of the city, of the area. And Shechem, the son of Hamor, looks out and he sees her, he takes her in, takes her as a captive, and he wants to keep her. The brothers get wind of this. Yaakov gets wind of this. Yaakov hears that Time es Dina Bito, that Shechem defiled her in some way, and he was very upset. He starts to negotiate with Shechem's father, Hamor, but what exactly happened here? And Hamor says, well, we can negotiate this. We can come. We really want to join your family. We really want Dinah to be part of us. At that point, the brothers take over the negotiation, and they say to Hamor that they can't do that unless they all get a bris milah. If we would allow our sister to marry an uncircumcised person, be with an uncircumcised person, it would be a disgrace to us. Therefore, but if you just would circumcise yourself, you will be like us. And if you do that, we could intermarry. We could give our daughters to you. You could give your daughters to us. We could be with you. We could be one nation. And if you don't listen, then the deal is off. No amount of money in the world can buy this, and we will take our sister Dinah and we will go. Right now, it sounds like a very honest plan, a very moral plan, a very beautiful thing. It's saying there's a red line we cannot cross. You violated our sister. We won't allow you to intermarry with our people. We have our values. We have our system. We both want to protect Dinah, our sister, and we also want to protect our family's values. We can try to do that if you're willing to, come along for the ride and become a part of us. It still doesn't totally take care of what he originally did to Dinah, but that itself is subject for another time to try to understand what exactly that meant. But nonetheless, they try to hatch this plan, which seems quite honest at the time. Vayitvu divrehem b'nei Chamor. He likes the plan. He goes to his people. He convinces them they should take the bris milah. They should marry these people. It's a great alliance to have. And of course, Vahi bayom hashlishi v'yosam koavim, on the third day, when they're all still hurting, Vayikchu shnei b'nei Yaakov, Shimon v'Levi. Somehow, again, a subject for another time. This is many shurim just on this parak over here. But somehow Shimon and Levi hatched a plan. We don't know if the other brothers were in on it. They weren't in on it. They were in on it, but they didn't execute it. Why Shimon and Levi in specific executed this plan, how they siphoned themselves off from the plan, and the rest of the brothers not altogether clear in this passage. But somehow Shimon and Levi go and decide to attack the people of Shechem, and they kill all the males, and they kill Hamor and Shechem, and they take their sister back by violent force. They use the bris milah as a ruse, as a means of weakening the people and ensuring their victory. And they go ahead and they slaughter the people. They take all the booty of the city. They take their sister back, and quote unquote, all is well. All is well until Yaakov understands exactly what happened here. And Yaakov says, Vayomer Yaakov el Shimon ve'el Levi, achartem osi. Yaakov says to Shimon and Levi, you have achar oti. Now, I'll get back to this word, achartem, to try to explain that further. But achartem oti, lahav isheni biyoshev haaretz, to something, lahav isheni, we'll get back to that word as well, amongst the people of this land, Baknani, Prizi, amongst all the other nations. I'm going to get a bad rap. I'm going to get a bad name because of what you did here. Vani misay mispar, and we're not very many. We don't have an army to mount against all these people who are now going to hate us. You've threatened our very survival in this land. We're not a big people. We're not a big army. They're going to come and attack us. They don't trust us anymore. They see what we did to the people of Shechem. It's not going to be good for us. So the question is, what is achartem and lahavisheni? Look at the translation here. It says, you have caused me trouble, making me repugnant. So repugnant, I understand, lahav isheni. It's the same word that's used in Makas Svardea in Mitzrayim, that the frogs piled up along the sides of the Nile after they jumped out. Vayiv ash, they rotted, they were repugnant, they were disgusting, they were abominable to people. So over here, it's the same thing. You've made me in a certain way, lahavisheni biyoshvei haaretz, to make me repugnant in the eyes of the people of the land. But what is achartem oti? So achartem could come from the word like ugly in some way. You've made me ugly and therefore repugnant in the eyes of the people of the land. That could be. But Rashi has an interesting take over here, and I think it's very, very subtle, but very beautiful. He says, "Achartem oti, lashon mayim achurim." Achartem is not you've made me ugly, but you've sullied me, you've dirtied me, not caused me trouble, like it says here in the English, but you've made it murky. Just like we see the Mishnah Mikvos describes murky water, dirty water, as mayim achurim. It's not the fact that it's dirty that's a problem in the case of the mikvah. It's the fact that it's murky, it's not clear, it's cloudy. Why is he saying that over here? You've made me murky, you've made it cloudy for me. Ein dati slula achshav. You've made my mind be not clear over here right now. That's why Yaakov uses this word achartem oti. We originally thought it meant something to do with ugly, right? That would be the simple reading of pasuk. You've made me ugly, achartem oti, and because I'm ugly, because I'm now viewed as immoral, lahavisheni biyoshvei haaretz, people will find me repugnant because they'll see I'm ugly, I'm dirtied, I'm sullied in some way, I'm no good in some way, and therefore I'll be repugnant to them. They're going to attack me. That's the pshat. But Rashi gives another layer of meaning to achartem oti. It's not that you've caused me to be ugly, but you've caused me to lack clarity, to become murky. Just like when water becomes dirty, it becomes cloudy and murky and not clear. So it's not about the way the nations will view me that it's achartem oti. That's the second half, lahavisheni. Be'enei yoshvei haaretz. You've caused me to be repugnant in their eyes, but the achartem oti is not about how they will view me. It's about how my mind is functioning right now, and you've caused me to lose clarity. I think it's so spot on, because on the simplest level, he's now lost clarity about the nature of his children. He thought one thing about his children. Now he sees what Shimon and Levi do, and he's not altogether clear. Ein dati slula achshav. My mind is not clear now about what I think of you and what I understood of you and how I understand you right now. It's not clear anymore as it was beforehand. That's number one. But on an even deeper level, perhaps what Rashi is suggesting, ein dati slula achshav. When someone's in a panic, when someone's in distress, when someone's in trouble, when someone's pushed against the wall into a corner, when someone is in a bad situation, a stressful situation, their mind doesn't work clearly. They can't think clearly. They become almost irrational. Their decision-making power is reduced. Their ability to think in proper ways, in consonance with the way that they normally think, in consonance with their values, that is reduced. There's an overall reduction in clarity and rationality in these moments. Maybe what Yaakov is saying is here, I'm so overwhelmed by this scene, by the shock of what you did, the immorality of what you did, the lack of consonance with our values of what you did, and now the fear and uncertainty of what the future will bring for us in this land, that I can't think clearly. Ein dati slula achshav. You want me to address you? You want me to forgive you? You want me to converse with you? You want us to figure this out? I can't even think straight right now. And that's why you see nothing more about this in terms of their interaction. You don't see it again really until the brachos that Yaakov gives to his children, Vayechi, where he mentions this all over again in terms of Shimon and Levi. I think it's right on. It's how we get sometimes when dati ein slula achshav. My mind is not altogether clear right now. It's not a good time for decision making in general. Thank you, and have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, Rabbi. Have a good day, everyone.
Okay, take care. Enjoy the day.
Thank you. Thank you.